All right, good morning. You're watching Weather AM. Glad you could join us. Halloween around the corner and already some spooky scenes regarding slippery conditions. This was seen yesterday morning in Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador. You got some of that sea effect snow off the Gulf that also hit Cape Breton amongst other areas in Iqaluit. Starting to see the ice forming on the river, so that's the time of year. You know, we are going to be talking about winter storms, plural, in the north of 60, so in the territories, one for Yukon, one for Nunavut. Wind, rain, and snow for British Columbia, and a bit of a tricky forecast for Ontario. Got a little bit of everything. Rain, thunderstorms, temperatures in the 20s. Some areas are going to get snow and freezing rain and ice. My goodness, here we are, getting towards Halloween. All right, the East Coast has been a cool start this morning. By the way, St. John's, minus 2.3 degrees this morning. That is your coolest morning, your first freeze since May 28th and coolest morning since May 5th. I want to thank Rodney Barney tweeting that out from Environment Canada. All right, let's begin in the north. I mentioned we have two storms, one moving up from Hudson Bay, so from northern Manitoba into like Arviat, Rankin Inlet, Baker Lake. This is some heavy snow, and they'll be followed by very strong winds tomorrow. Storm number 2, which is impacting BC, could bring 20 to 30 centimeters of snow to southern Yukon. Some blustery winds could also mean drifting snow, and we're including Whitehorse and, you know, Faro and Ross River, Pelly Carmax. You are all in that winter storm warning. And then the strongest widespread winds will be up towards Hudson Bay. So that's why we may see some of these winter storm and snowfall warnings in the Nunavut get upgraded to blizzard warnings come tomorrow. So there's your wintry weather in doses across the north. A little bit of light snow by way of comparison. We saw that move from the Elbow region through Red Deer. We had thunderstorm warnings last night in Sundre, Alberta because of hail. We've had some snow showers there around the Kindersley, Medicine Hat region. But looking at the storm for BC, this is going to bring some strong winds this afternoon, but particularly this evening and overnight. Haida-Gwaii, North Vancouver Island, and we could be looking at ferry disruptions across Vancouver Island and the mainland tomorrow because some of those wind gusts could get around 60 kilometers per hour, and that would produce some pretty decent whitecaps across the water. But the other good news, though, or the good news of all this, is that the freezing levels will be low, and this will be substantial snow. Your first snow for like the North Shore Mountains. We're talking about 15 to 20 centimeters of snow. Whistler too, and Mount Washington maybe more than that. Across the prairies, generally cool temperatures, but quiet conditions after a little bit of that morning snow near the Alberta-Saskatchewan border. Very warm in Windsor, 25 degrees, so that warm front crossing you this morning. We've had thunderstorms in London this morning, Toronto some showers, late afternoon showers, Ottawa, Montreal. Still quite cool across the East Coast because the warm front hasn't gotten there yet. So there's your rainfall moving eastwards across the GTA, but late morning, early afternoon into the eastern portions of Ontario this evening and into Quebec. And then behind this warm front, that's your warm, dry weather in the south. The boundaries across northern Ontario and Quebec. Rain showers continue into Wednesday, changing to snow on Thursday as the air cools. So trick-or-treaters, heads up in northern Ontario, northern Quebec. Could be some snow showers and mixed precipitation. It'll be periods of rain across southern Ontario and Quebec, and a temperature drop by Friday.